First of all, happy Canada Day to all my Canadians out there. It is July 1st, which means it is officially the second half of 2025. And I know that can sound kind of scary, but it doesn't have to be because we are going to get our shit together, okay? 2025 has been such a chaotic year for me in the best way possible. In the first 2 months, I moved out of New York City where I lived for 3 years. And then I went traveling around China, Japan, and South Korea for a few months. And finally, I moved back home to Toronto. And for the past few weeks, I've kind of just been decompressing and really slowly settling in. So basically, I've been rotting, and I think it's finally time to get up and do a half-year reset. Since it is Canada Day today, we're gonna start the reset by seeing some friends for a little picnic. So I'm in charge of getting the fruit tray and drinks. Someone's gonna bring snacks and stuff, and someone's gonna bring pizza and wings. And we're just gonna eat dinner and watch the fireworks. This is the look. I'm wearing a picnic dress and a little cover up. And for my scent, I'm wearing my favorite summer scent. It's the Jo Malone Nectarine Blossom and Honey. So fresh and sweet at the same time.
Brain cells. Danny said it's good.
Picnic was so much fun yesterday. I feel like personally the best way for me to get out of a rut is to spend some time with friends. So now I'm feeling recharged and ready to be productive. And today we're gonna sit down and do some serious journaling. I don't know how many times I've spoken to you guys about journaling, and I developed this habit when I moved to a new country by myself and I needed a way to like organize my thoughts. And in the beginning, it started as like this crazy dump of just thoughts and feelings, but over time I learned some ways to make it productive if I need it to be. And one of those ways is through journal prompts. In the beginning of every year, I like to start off with a few prompts. So today we're gonna work through a few mid-year prompts that are a derivative of those. I'm also going to go through all my goals and intentions just to see like what's changed and what's the same and how I feel about them. And sometimes I like to do this at a cafe nearby just to really romanticize the process and make the whole thing more enjoyable. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, we're gonna pack our bag together so I can show you what I bring. I usually use this bag when I go to the cafes because it's spacious enough to fit everything I need. And this is the Pelen tote. I also have my little guy here in his cute overalls. First, of course, I have to bring my iPad. I've been journaling on my iPad for 2 years now, and I do miss journaling on paper, but this just saves me some space and money because I don't have to keep buying notebooks and agendas. I remember I used to carry like 2 to 3 different notebooks with me. One would be just like a dump and journal, one would be like an actual agenda, and then I also had a separate one for work. That was a little too much, so I kind of consolidated everything into the iPad, and I like the convenience, but again, I do miss the feeling of paper. You know when they say like you have to go outside and touch grass? Like I sometimes just need some paper. Anyway, so that's the first thing that goes in there. And as you can see, there's still so much space left. And here are all the electronics that I bring. This is my DJI camera. I bring it with me when I want to film in public because the one I'm using right now, the Sony, I love it, but it's really big. So I just use it when I'm like at home. And this is the one I use when I go out. I have like my little charm on it, and it also has the magnetic mount and the silicone mount. So it's really easy to like prop up when I'm in public. This little pouch I use to keep all my electronics stuff. I have my portable battery for this camera, and this is also where I would usually put my mic and any wires and stuff, just so it's not flying around in my bag. And of course, I need to bring my AirPods so I can lock in when I need to. So all that just goes in here. I also bring some wet wipes, tissue paper, and some eye drops with me. I bring eye drops with me everywhere I go, and I actually got these when I was in Korea because I love that they're individually packed and they're supposed to be like one-time use. You know, your normal eye drops, they're like this huge bottle, which is great, right? Like there's so much product, but you end up using it over and over again every single day for months. I just get kind of uncomfortable thinking about the bacteria that could have built up at the tip. Sometimes it like touches your skin or something. I don't know, I just don't like that idea. So I really like these individual one-time use ones. Okay, I also bring some mints with me, and these are in like the cute little cinema roll packaging. It's so freaking cute, and you can refill it when you're done. Have a few little beauty products. First, I'll show you my lippies. This is my favorite lip balm, the Summer Friday lip balm. Lip of the day, whatever I'm feeling like that day. And my lip glow. Also keep a little roller ball with me. And this thing, you guys, probably my favorite purchase this year. I talked about this so much in my vacation haul video, but this is basically a powder sunscreen. So you can put it over your makeup, but this is a powder sunscreen by Anessa, and it's SPF 50. This has a powder brush applicator, and I like this way better than those sunscreen sticks. Like, because as much as you say they don't budge, I just feel like everything is mixing together on my face, and I don't like that feeling. So I've been using this brush on sunscreen to reapply my sunscreen like every 2 hours. Best thing ever, and I bring it everywhere I go, so I'm gonna bring it with me today as well. And that is everything in my bag. Hi, it's voiceover Debbie. I didn't want to be yapping at this cafe, but basically we are going to go through a few journal prompts that I think would be super helpful for a mid-year reset. Number 1 and number 4 are super fun ones to kind of sandwich some of the more serious ones in between. So number 1 would be a great way to kickstart the momentum. We're just going to go ahead and name a few moments, whether they're big or small, as long as they were meaningful or significant to you in any way. I'm going to list a few memories from my trip and some moments that I noted from living at home with my parents and things like that. Number 4 is a nice little bookend to that, so I'm just going to list a few things that I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year. Okay, now we're going to get into the meat by reflecting on our goals a little bit deeper. In January, I assigned the word renew as my mantra for the year. I was moving out of New York. I was quitting my job. I was starting fresh. I continue to have this outlook, and my goals that are specifically surrounding this fresh start are still meaningful to me. So after some time journaling, I've identified a few goals that were still meaningful to me, but have fallen off, starting with my reading goals. I started my reading journey in 2023 very slowly to not give myself too much pressure by aiming to read 1 book per month. That slowly evolved into 2 to 3 a month, and by the end of 2024, I had read 50 books in the 2 years. Because of my traveling and moving around, I haven't found the time to really carry on with my reading goals, but now that I'm settling in, I'm very excited to pick it back up again. So I've looked through all the books that I read, and I revisited my wish list, and I've identified these 2 books to help me get back into reading. This one is right up my alley. It has all the themes that I usually look for, so I'm really excited for it. This one over here is a little bit different than what I usually read, so I feel like it would be a really good challenge. Another goal that I've fallen off of, but I really want to work on, are my health goals. When I first moved to New York City, I gained a bunch of weight while I was trying to enjoy my life in the new city. So in 2024, I really wanted to prioritize prioritize my health. And in the first half of the year, I was able to lose 18 pounds by maintaining healthy eating habits and exercising. After all this traveling, I think I am in desperate need of good exercise and healthy eating, and that's what I'm gonna focus on for the second half of the year. I know that a reset can sound and feel so daunting or overwhelming, but it really doesn't have to be. You can start really small. It can be like a simple declutter of your space, or you can spend an afternoon at the cafe just writing down all your thoughts and goals and plans, and that can make a huge difference. So I hope this video inspires some of you guys, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching.